Yeah, we called her Theo. I mean,
recording. Okay. Thank you so much, Nicole.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay.
And I'll log off on here.
Okay.
Looking straight, looking dead, and looking down, or looking up at a TV. That's what they're supposed to be.
Anthony, Mary, there she is.
Okay. So, can everybody sees anybody else? Well, that doesn't even matter. Okay, forget that question. Are we ready?
Yes.
Okay, we're ready. We're recording. All right, reader one. Helen, whenever you're ready, just speak nice and clearly.
Loretto has never been known to stand still.
You could
We
take
are a community who listens, follows the Spirit, and to trust one another deeply.
you have to have your eyes.
Large leaps and modest steps have characterized our story from the very beginning. In times of uncertainty and in times of great change, we have relied on one another to find a path to the future together.
As P.J. Mannion wrote in The Century of Change, change is seldom easy, but not to change risks the chance to grow.
We are a
Community who trusts one another.
From our inception, we have practiced this deep trust. In 1812, Father Nerink suggested that our new community might benefit from Belgian sisters who could help start the society. Yet Christina, Mary, and Anne declined. They had the vision and all the help they needed.
Our earliest teachers lived with hardship, but with complete reliance on Providence. They also opened their doors to all students, welcoming everyone, regardless of faith tradition.
Father Nerinx wrote, "No denomination is refused if willing to observe the rules of the school. The other denominations will not be forced on Sunday and holy days to go to the chapel and perform our Christian duties, but they must suffer to be friendly. Invited in the school, they are to be present at every exercise and to behave, if not in a religious, at least in a civil manner."
We stand on the shoulders of women who looked beyond the norms of their day to stand firm in their convictions.
With the persistence and foresight of Mother Praxedes, early in the 20th century, the Loretto Society became a papal congregation with an approved rule and constitution. Despite opposition from the Bishop of Louisville, and after a conflict that resulted in his imposing an interdict on the Mother House community, Praxedes steadfastly persevered so that formal approval of the rule finally came in December of 1907.
We are
Community
hold fast.
When faced with needs in far-flung areas, our early sisters left their homeland to travel into an unknown and hard-to-imagine future.
From Kentucky, we traveled by riverboat to Missouri, and then to Kansas to work with the Osage.
In 1852, we traveled by steamboat and Dearborn wagon to the territory of New Mexico. The journey was fraught with sickness, fright, and death.
But the adventure was an enduring one, resulting in our pivotal mission in Santa Fe, as well as the construction of the Loretto Chapel.
She went to Maine.
From Santa Fe, sisters traveled to Denver, where they founded St. Mary's Academy and Loretto House College.
So I was going online to see when the school started. Or the cat people that he was so famous for the story. Have you been watching the movies at all? She's
Pardon? And as recently as 2006, the community embarked once again on a new and uncharted mission, forming Loreto in Pakistan. Much like Christina, Mary, and Ann, 3 young Pakistani women answered the call to join community and to teach the work of social justice to their homeland.
I don't know about that.
We are
We are a community who does not turn back. Our dedication to education continued throughout the decades. We conceived of and built high schools as well as colleges in Kansas City, St. Louis, Denver, and El Paso. Loreto Heights and Webster College were immense and forward-looking undertakings that stood for years as beacons of Loreto's capacity to lead and move forward into uncharted waters.
Our community also created the House of Studies at the Mother House, a precursor to university studies. In the 50s, it was decided that all sisters would obtain college degrees before going out to teach, and I was in that first class. In this, Loreto worked with other communities to adapt to the needs of the times.
We are
a community who takes bold steps into
an unknown future.
In a unknown, in 1922, Loreto agreed to open a mission in China. 98 sisters volunteered. 6 were chosen for this new mission.
The mission withstood poverty and Chinese government harassment until all but the one Chinese sister returned to the U.S.
So you're going to ask the dermatologist about the itching. And then are you going to make an appointment for the, is it an ophthalmologist here or an optometrist?
In 1975, Loreto community members risked personal safety and comfort to live with those in third world countries. This drew our awareness to the realities of U.S. colonialism and to actions we might take at home to respond to injustices overseas.
I don't have that.
I'll just wait and see.
In 1970, I think we have different texts.
Let's pause for a second, okay? So I think somehow we got off a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't
I have an old version, I know that.
I didn't have the whole script. I had no idea. I'm sorry.
Okay, so let's do this. Who has the entire script?
Well, and all your
I do, but I don't have what Cunningham read, and I don't have what Martha read.
I don't have Cunningham's. The last thing about the House of Studies is different from what I have.
Okay, so that's a little different. So you must have, okay, so I'm going to do this really quickly.
oh, I see. Yeah.
Cunningham, you have a different script somehow.
Are you emailing the script, Jesse?
Yeah, do you want me to include you, Martha?
Did you send it to
Jesse, the one you emailed me is an older
I
version.
just realized that as you were reading it, Martha. So I'm opening, okay.
Jesse, could we go back to we are a community who does not turn back?
Yeah, we're going to start at the beginning again. Martha
Okay.
Colley, and Martha Alderson.
Yes.
I'm just emailing you the entire script in this body of an email.
With the newest one, right?
Right.
Okay.
So we pitch these old ones, right?
You do, yeah.
So the thing about the House of Study, that's not online. Is that the old one?
It's different, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I don't know which one I have. I have,
That's the right one, Mary Kay.
I just ran that off a couple days ago.
Right. The one that I sent everybody,
And the thing, I know the thing about Pakistan was changed, and I can't.
It's different. So,
Jesse, can you email me the whole thing? Is that what you're doing?
right, I'm trying. I just need one second. I'm sorry.
Can you do it to my, can you do it to my number? Cunningham rather than Coyle?
I've got both of you on there, so whatever you're on.
Okay, I don't want to have to do it again. I'm going to my computer to get it.
Jesse, I think I have the right one.
Yeah, I think you do.
Oh, that one's work.
The one that I emailed to everybody as the large group was the right one.
Oh, okay.
I don't think I ever got that. I'm sorry.
This is the 4-page you're talking about, right, Jesse?
Yes.
Have you mailed the new one yet?
Nope, I'm working on it right now. I'm just trying to bring it up.
Oh, and do I have to leave this, what's in front of me in order to find it?
It was on the dryer rack. It's all
Okay, just a second. I'm sorry. I'm trying to do a couple things at once. Bless you.
Bless you.
Um,
I'm going to take a bathroom break. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
who's reader 5?
I am. Raleigh.
Do you have the one that I was asked to read about Pakistan?
Yeah.
I don't have the whole script. I'm sorry, I never got it to my
Okay.
knowledge. I thought I was
That was
reading.
changed. I know it was.
I thought I was reading 2 lines.
That's so strange, Martha. I don't know why it didn't all come through.
So
At least I don't think it did, Jesse. You know how I am. I'm going to look at it again here.
It was an attachment.
Yeah.
Janet? Do you have to go? I mean, to the restroom. Did you wait? They're going to give us
You can't read, can you?
because there's 2 different scripts.
okay.
And it'll come in on Chubb's.
We're not doing it. Okay.
Either. And then it'll have, see, I don't have any.
No.
Can you email it when it comes in here? Can you email it to yourself?
I'm not connected.
Well, I do, Jesse, I do see it. I'm so sorry.
Okay, that's fine.
It works in there. Nothing.
Should I print the old one or just wait?
I don't know.
The one that you have, Martha, is the correct one.
Okay, I'm going to print that then.
Okay.
And
Oh, now, let's see.
is it reader 5 who reads
Oh, I printed it.
about
Yeah.
about Pakistan?
Yeah.
And it was changed to say,
Yeah.
3 young Pakistani women answered the call to join community and continue the work of social justice in their homeland
Yeah.
rather than take. So you have that. You have it that way? Okay, because I don't here.
Yeah.
Okay, because Martha, I'll just send you the old one. I just sent you the new one. Okay, so Martha and Marianne and Martha, both Martha. I just sent you an email. It has an attachment and it has the entire body
How smart.
in the email.
As you know, I'm not good technically.
But Jesse, I just printed the first one. I just printed the first one. Is that okay?
Oh yeah, that's the only one you ever had.
Yeah.
It was
I
just
didn't know
these
you had
people
it.
who got on at the last minute that I was resending, and I sent you the wrong one.
Well, the one I just printed still has that line about Pakistan. So I'm thinking, didn't we take out the business about the influenza?
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't have that.
okay, so I've got another new one then.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I see. All right. I'll do it that way.
All the admissions done, all the business office.
I don't get this.
Okay. Okay.
Betting you will.
Marianne Cunningham, how you doing?
Well, if you're going to send something else, I think you have to send it to Coyle's
I
printer.
sent it to both of you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but now how can I get it without destroying this whole wonderful picture in front of me?
Right. So up at the top of your Zoom box, there are 3 little boxes. One has an X. Don't push the X.
What if it had push an X?
Don't push the X. Don't push the X.
Okay.
There's 2 boxes to the left from the X. There's a little line. You see that?
Okay.
No. So you can minimize this and go into your email.
Exit full screen?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, click on that. Jesus, don't let it go away. Oh, I see. Okay, now I got to Zoom.
So now you can go to your email.
Wasn't that better than what you're used to, it says?
Actually, you know what, Marianne Cunningham? You don't even really need to see us. We can see you just fine right now. I can see you just fine. So if you can just get this email, you don't even need to print it. You just need to pull up this email so you can read off the email.
I think you're going to start.
But
Jesse, I'll be right back, okay? I need to go to my client.
But where is the new thing?
So I just emailed it to you, so you can have a new email.
Okay.
So go back to your email.
So go back up here.
Yeah, click email.
Email. And then,
No, don't do that. Go back to email because they're saying there's a new email that she sent you.
yeah, that's what I just did.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well, maybe I didn't.
Okay, give it a minute and it'll download whatever the new emails are. Okay.
No subject. Okay.
She sent you.
That's it. So if there's anyone in the room around you, if you could ask them to just be quiet while we're doing this, or maybe shut the door, because whatever's going on around you is going to be picked up.
Now, print that, right? I should print.
Marianne, you don't even need to print it. You just need to stay right on that screen wherever you are, because you're actually looking really great right now. You're looking up. Can you read it off the screen?
No, spam. Don't.
No,
hit
the print is too small for me.
Okay.
Click it twice.
Click it twice on
Yeah.
print.
Yeah.
Hello, Janet.
Now it's still even smaller.
The agenda made it bigger.
How can I make it bigger? It says scale 100%.
Okay, click. See if you can open that up. Hit scale.
Hit scale.
Click. Go on up here.
That's what I did.
Here. Put it in. Okay, now theoretically that was supposed to.
That's right. Not just the destination, it's the journey along the way.
Oh, you know what? Or I put them in backwards. There should be enough room, but turn them over from the bottom.
Using myself so much.
Jesse, are you going to do your introduction later? You're going to introduce this, right?
Right. But yeah, that's not going to be recorded.
Uh-huh.
That's going to be live at assembly.
Okay. Jesse,
Yes.
if what was read wasn't on my script, does that mean I have to script?
I can't hear you, I'm sorry.
If what was read that wasn't on my script, does that mean my script is correct?
Yes.
Okay.
That's still very small, 100%.
Yeah, let me see if we can get back to 120%, if that'll make any
Or
difference.
130 or something.
Okay.
20 is okay. Go ahead.
Sounds like a wood chipper.
It does. Hello.
Wait, this is not coffee. Oh, yeah, it is.
That is.
Okay.
So, but wait, it's not that, it's the other side of that.
One of 6, 3 of 6, 5 of 6, 4 of 6. That other one that you threw on the other side, is that might be 2 of 6.
It doesn't have anything on it.
Oh, it says page 2 of 6, so maybe.
There are only 4 pages, I think. Is that right, Jesse? There's 4 pages?
Yes, 4 pages.
And maybe we could just practice the "we are a community who."
Yeah. So, Marianne, how we doing?
Well, I have 3 pages, and I think that's all because when it gets to the end of the 3rd page, it says assembly presentation to readers.
Yeah. Jackie, if we need to go, I totally understand. I can just read your notes, that's fine. Thank you.
Okay.
Now I have to
Sorry.
get back to my picture.
As we can start right now, and I can stay for a few more minutes.
Okay, Marianne, are you ready to go?
How do I get back into Zoom?
You don't even need to worry about that. I can see
You are already in Zoom.
you are in Zoom, so I can see you, which is the important thing. Okay?
Well, now, that depends on.
Do you have your pages? Are you ready?
I'll take it on faith.
Okay.
All right.
Let's go. So reader number 1.
Ready?
Yep.
Loretto has never been known to stand still. We are a community who listens, who follows the Spirit, and who trusts one another deeply.
Large leaps and modest steps have characterized our story from the very beginning. In times of uncertainty and times of great change, we have relied on one another to find a path to the future together.
As P.J. Mannion wrote in A Century of Change, change is seldom easy, but not to change risks the chance to grow.
We are a
Unity.
To trust one another.
From our inception, we have practiced this deep trust. In 1812, Father Nerich suggested that our new community might benefit from Belgian sisters who could help start the society. Yet Christina, Mary, and Anne declined. They had the vision and all the help they needed.
Our earliest teachers lived with hardship, but with complete reliance on providence. They also opened their doors to all students, welcoming everyone, regardless of faith tradition.
Father Nerinx wrote, "No denomination is refused if willing to observe the rules of the school. The other denominations will not be forced on Sunday and holy days to go to the chapel and perform our Christian duties, but they must suffer to be friendly, invited. In the school, they are to be present at every exercise and to behave, if not in a religious, at least in a civil manner."
We stand on the shoulders of women who looked beyond the norms of their day, to stand firm in their connections.
With the persistence and foresight of Mother Praxedes, early in the 20th century, the Loretto Society became a papal congregation with an approved rule and constitution. Despite opposition from the Bishop of Louisville, and after a conflict that resulted in his imposing an interdict on the Mother House community, Praxedes steadfastly persevered so that formal approval of the rule finally came in December of 1907.
We are a community who hold fast to our resolve.
When faced with needs in far-flung areas, our early sisters left their homeland to travel into unknown and hard-to-imagine future.
From Kentucky, we traveled by riverboat to Missouri, and then to Kansas to work with the Osage.
In 1852, we traveled by steamboat and Dearborn wagon to the territory of New Mexico. The journey was fraught with sickness, fright, and death.
But the adventure was an enduring one, resulting in our pivotal mission in Santa Fe.
From Santa Fe, sisters traveled to Denver, where they founded St. Mary's Academy and Loretto Heights College.
And as recently as 2006, the community embarked once again on a new uncharted mission, forming Loretto in Pakistan. Much like Christina, Mary, and Anne, 3 young Pakistani women answered the call to join the community and to continue their work of social justice and education in their homeland as Loretto members.
We are a community who does not turn back.
Our dedication to education continued throughout the decades. We conceived of and built high schools as well as colleges in Kansas City, St. Louis, Denver, and El Paso. Loretto Heights and Webster College were immense and forward-looking undertakings that stood for years as beacons of Loretto's capacity to lead and move forward into uncharted waters.
Having had at the Mother House a normal school to prepare sisters for teaching, and then Loretto Junior College to start novices on their college education, Loretto in the mid-1950s opened the House of Studies in St. Louis. This ensured that all sisters sent out to teach had their bachelor degrees.
We are a community
who takes bold steps into an unknown
future.
In a great leap of faith into the unknown, in 1922, Loretto agreed to open a mission in China. 98 sisters volunteered. 6 were chosen for this mission.
The mission withstood poverty and Chinese government harassment until all but the one Chinese sister returned to the U.S.
In the 1950s, Sisters of Loretto marched with other sisters alongside Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. in Alabama to demonstrate for voting rights. This was a dangerous time, but the call was an imperative one.
In 1976, Loretto community members participated in a third world experience in order to learn firsthand about cultures and customs different from those familiar to us. As Marion McAvoy wrote in A Century of Change, we were mindful of the need for Loretto members to develop a broader and more appreciative attitude toward people and cultures different from our own. All of Loretto learned from these experiences, and the effects remain to this day.
In 1969, Loretto had affirmed the importance of the tradition of personal conscience to back an action of civil disobedience that caused much eyebrow-raising, publicity, and some loss of students at Nerix Hall High School. Later, Sister Joanne Malone was incarcerated for following her conscience and protesting the Vietnam War. Loretto stood with Sister Joanne and continued to proclaim the importance of person over institution.
Loretto made an unusual and courageous move in 1981 as we filed suit as shareholders of record against the Blue Diamond Coal Company for its environmental, labor, and safety practices.
This prompted outcries that the sisters should go back and mind their church. But we refused to stand quietly in the face of injustice, and Blue Diamond was forced to settle.
We are
a community
who respond
to the evolving needs
of the times.
Within our community, we have seen much evolution over the last century. Ever open to new ideas and seeing hope as an open door, Mary Luke Tobin guided us through the changes arising from the Second Vatican Council.
Luke always seemed to be a step ahead of innovations in the church and the world. She and Helen Sanders translated many publications from French to send to the community members for study and, more importantly, for discussion.
At the 1970 General Assembly, Loretto trailblazed yet again by creating co-membership. The Assembly proposal read in part that the Loretto community consists of professed members, the Congregation of Sisters of Loretto, and co-members. In December of 1970, 3 women who had been congregational members became the first Loretto co-members.
Of great importance to the Loretto community was the formation of community groups, the basic structural units which enable us to strengthen the bonds of community and to contribute appropriately on issues of government and mission.
Growing from a government study, community groups began in the 1990s and continue robustly today. All community members participate as another act of faith and generosity.
We are a community
Many other momentous events have marked Loretto's ability to avoid standing still and to march out to often untested grounds with faith and confidence in the future.
This faith and confidence in the future arises from our trust in one another.
Our trust in the Spirit.
And our firm foundation in all those who have come before us.
What will Loretto look like in 200 years?
What new bold actions will we take to get there?
Change is seldom easy, but not to change risks losing the chance to grow.
We
are a community who faces risks and walks into unknown futures with trust, openness, and vision. I have to go now. Okay, bye everybody.
Jackie, bye.
Bye, Jackie. Thanks.
Thank you all so much.
Thank you.
That was great. That was wonderful. That's exactly what we wanted. Thank you, thank you.
Thanks, Jesse.
Bye, everybody.
Have a wonderful evening and afternoon.
Bye-bye.
Jesse,
Can you hang out a minute and meet Alex?
Yeah, I'll stay, Martha. Sorry, Sue?
just a technical question about all the alls. Is that we were listening to a time lapse, but yet we kept, I mean, is that just a mechanical problem?
Yeah, so what's going to happen at Assembly, everyone's going to have a copy of it because not everybody will be able to hear it anyway. And then the entire community is going to read the parts that say all. So
right.
it'll.
I understand that, but I was just wondering if there was a time lapse that what we heard versus what we were saying. I mean, there was about maybe a 1 second gap.
Yeah, I think that's just part of the technology. Yeah, that just happens.
Well, how come we never showed up on the screen?
I see you.